Yo, what's up, guys? What a wasted opportunity today by AC Milan losing 2-1 to Dinamo Zagreb, forcing Milan now to play in the Champions League playoff rounds, guys. Honestly, an absolutely inexcusable performance today by Milan. So many mistakes by them today, so many times they shot themselves in the foot. A golden opportunity to win a match, get in the top 8, avoid a few extra games, and Milan do the exact opposite, making their lives as difficult as possible today. And my God, it was just a frustrating game to watch. Now, obviously, the first big mistake was in the 20th minute with Mattia Gabbia trying to make that back pass to Mike Magnani. Screws it up. We saw Zagreb intercepted. They go on to score to make it 1-0. And we're thinking to ourselves, do Milan have to make another comeback attempt to possibly get 3 points and win a game? But unfortunately, that was not the case today, because the second big mistake Milan make, obviously, was by one individual, Yunus Musa. That dumb idiot goes and grabs Zagreb's player outside the box. Obviously, Musa was already on a yellow card. He had gotten a yellow card 10 minutes prior. And what does this idiot do? Like I said, he grabs the guy, committing a foul, getting a second yellow card, getting a red card offense, obviously, getting kicked out of the game, and putting Milan a man down. Probably one of the most stupidest things that Yunus Musa could do. But I'm not surprised, because we have seen Yunus Musa do a lot of stupid things with the ball at his feet and with the ball not on his feet, of course. You know, we've seen many times Musa make the wrong pass, taking the wrong shot at many opportunities, fouling at the wrong time, and once again, he makes a horrendous mistake at the worst possible moment in the game. You know, and the game was almost at halftime. You know, if he had just gotten to the half, he probably would have subbed him out. Instead, he gets a stupid second yellow card, puts the team behind the 8 ball, a man down, and their challenge to possibly getting 3 points just got a lot more tougher now. Down 1-0, a man down as well. Extremely difficult conditions for Milan to come back, and especially when you got guys like Reinders, Fofana, Teo, Leao. You know, they're tired. They're not playing well on top of that, too. It's like this was just a collision course for disaster, guys, and it continued like that, honestly. And in the second half, you know, Milan got an equalizing goal, as we saw. Pulisic came up big, scoring the tying goal. And we're thinking to ourselves, okay, Milan are the way better team than Zagreb. You know, maybe they could possibly come back, even though they were a man down, get the 3 points. Would be huge, right? Nope. Unfortunately, 7 minutes later, we saw Marco Piazza, former Juventus player, get inside the box so easily. Like, I can't believe how easily he gets in the box, takes 2 easy steps, and Tomori was absolutely horrendous on this play here, guys. Brutal defending by Fick. Piazza beats Magnan, makes it 2-1 for Zagreb, and once again, Milan are down a goal. And, you know, Contessa tried to make subs, tried to re-energize the team, but, of course, the subs that he brings in come into no effect. Of course, do not impact the game whatsoever. Guys like Okafor, Abraham, Chukwueze, they didn't do anything. You know, are we surprised? No, because these guys here have been ineffective majority of the season, especially a guy like Okafor. You know, obviously Chukwueze scored the game winner against Padma and had a good cameo in that game, but didn't do much in this game here. And obviously, it's a lot to ask for when you're a man down. But you know what? We're the better squad, and we set ourselves up for this failure, of course. And this was an absolutely inexcusable performance. You know, everybody was brutal in this game. You know, Tomori was horrendous in this game. Like I said, Musa was brutal before he got red carded, and he's just an idiot, if you ask me. Morata, my God. That 45 minutes was brutal and horrendous, honestly. Like, good call by Contessa to take him out. You know, Leao, he didn't have a great first half. Then he draws a penalty in the second half, right, which was fantastic. But, of course, it gets called back because Leao had a little bit of an elbow to the defender there. So, no penalty from Milan. They get the yellow card negated, obviously, and he stays 2-1 for Zagreb. You know, it was a frustrating game. You know, Milan tried to push, tried to get the equalizing goal, but it wouldn't have mattered anyway. Milan needed 3 points to get the top 8 finish, you know. And without that win today, guys, Milan missed out on a lot of money, too. 24 million euros they missed out on. We know management is going to be not sleeping much tonight, knowing how much money they missed. And that's another thing on top of it, guys. You know, the fact that Milan missed out on 24 million euros and they're only going to make 7, that's going to make management not sleep. How about the fact that this management has once again, in the January transfer market, has neglected to make signings and improve this team? You know, this is the second time now that Redbird have had an opportunity in January to reinforce the team. And what do? They do nothing. They only sign one player in Kyle Walker that doesn't cost them much. All right? Once again, you want a player like Jimenez. You offer Feyenoord way below their asking price. You know, you don't reinforce the midfield enough to give guys like Fofana and Reinders a break. You say Benacer is good enough to reinforce the midfield so they don't have to go and buy a player. That's not good enough. You know, this management has nothing but excuse after excuse after excuse. And they're the biggest reason why the product on the field is not producing. Because when you have to continuously play the same players over and over again, they're going to get tired. And they're not going to perform at the best of their abilities. You know, you can see it in guys like Reinders and Fofana. They're definitely tired and they're definitely getting drained out. You know, Teo's probably having his worst season in a Milan shirt. You know what? It's not a surprise. You know, Teo has been consistently playing in that left back role for the last 5 years. There has been no one coming in to give him a proper rest. It's pathetic. You know, Leao didn't have a great game, but when Rafa doesn't have a great game, there's nobody to come in and give him a break and change the game. So, who do you blame? You can't blame the coach. He's only been here for a month. You've got to blame the management because they haven't done the right things. They've neglected the wrong positions. You know, like buying Emerson Royal. You buy an injury-prone player like Chico. Had a good year last year, but this year, my God, he's been horrendous. Chukwueze, horrendous. You spent almost 30 million euros on him. What has he done? Absolutely nothing. He just came off an injury as well. Okafor, a failed move to Leipzig. What do you expect there when the guy's not in game shape? He's going to come in and absolutely do nothing for you. You know, Morata, you know, has done nothing for you. He needs service. When you don't give him service, he's not going to do anything with it. And when he does get service, he hasn't scored. He has not been effective. Same with Tammy Abraham. It's been very frustrating to watch this team this entire season. And this was another example in this game today that this team here is clearly not ready to take the next step. Because look, today you had an opportunity, like I said. You could have came in here, killed the game off early, but nope. You made the game difficult for yourselves. You give up a goal off of a horrendous mistake. And look what happens. You're trying to rush now and try to get back into the game. Like, it was just a frustrating game to watch. And then management wants to say, oh, you know, we're doing all the work we can, but the January transfer window's hard. No, they're not doing enough. That's their problem. And the fact that they still have a job is absolutely sickening to me. They have not done a good enough job to keep their jobs. You know, so at the end of this season, guys, I'm telling you now, if Milan don't make top 4, and it's going to be an absolute fire sale, if you ask me, if they don't make top 4. You got to fire Moncada, Freliani, you know, Ibra. You got to sell all the dead weight you bought, wasting over 120 million euros on dead weight. You know, you got to get rid of all those guys like Cheek, Okafor, probably Chukwueze, like Musa. Absolutely, I would consider selling out after this performance today. The guys didn't even score a bloody goal for us. Like, it's pathetic. You know, you spent 22 million euros on a guy, and he can't even score a damn goal for you. And the worst thing about it is now, too, guys, is that because we're in the playoffs, you know, we could possibly be playing Juventus or guess what? Feyenoord. The team that we're trying to take Jimenez off of. You really think now if we have to play Feyenoord, they're going to sell us Jimenez? Not a chance. And the worst thing is, too, he had to leave the game today against Lille in the 28th minute, and they got absolutely battered 6-1. And he scored today for Feyenoord. So that probably jacked up the price even more, making it even more difficult for Milan to buy the guy because there could be a possibility that we could be playing Feyenoord in the Champions League. And to say the least, guys, if Milan did play either Feyenoord or Juventus and hypothetically did beat them, guess what we're playing? Either playing Arsenal or Inter. Beautiful. So from possibly playing a weaker opponent and being in the top 8 to playing a team like Feyenoord or Juve, and then even if you do beat them, you got to play a team like Inter or Arsenal. Really good job, guys. You have really set yourselves up for an easy road. Good job. Making your lives more difficult than you had to. This has just been a disastrous year, guys. Milan's management have failed us once again. Jerry Cardinale. I want this guy gone. I want this guy to sell the club by all means. He came in and destroyed a beautiful project in 2 years. And he's got incompetent people running this club. And the players are taking the brunt of it. They have not played well. But because of the management incompetence, they are failing on the field, guys. And changing a manager is not going to solve all your problems. It is clearly a problem on the field with the players that they have bought in. That is a big issue that these people need to figure out. And if they can't figure it out, you need to hire the right people to figure it out. But now Milan lose this game. They finish 13th in the table now in the Champions League, guys. Playing more games now, making their life way more difficult. Just a frustrating situation now. Milan's management have done nothing to improve it. Apparently, they're going to offer 35 million euros for Jimenez tonight. I highly doubt Feyenoord takes the deal now because of the fact that we could possibly be playing him in the Champions League, guys. But you know what? Just more problems on more problems for this club, guys, because of the management's incompetence. And the team and the players cannot be playing every single damn game. And they cannot be expected to play at high level every opportunity that they get on the field. It's just not, you can't expect it. I'm sorry. It's just not expected, guys. But guys, that's it for this video today. Thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, if you like this video. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content. Forza Milan sempre, guys, as always. And remember, if you do not watch sports, you're a more. Ciao, guys.